Okay, and I'm back. Sorry, I was frustrated. I've had a day to basically go over, or just basically just reset. I was having some frustrations earlier from some puzzles that I didn't solve. And this one, I don't know, my mind must have noodled on it when I was asleep or whatever, and I realized what I was missing here. So let's continue with what I was doing with let's this puzzle. Okay, so as I said, there's a problem here of basically going here and then having a 2-8 situation here, right? Or 3-7 or whatever situation. So the issue then, oops, um, the issue then is how do we get the situation in this case? And let us so let's go back to what we had previously. Um, I don't remember why I ruled this out, and I obviously it's incorrect. Um, I think this still makes sense. This still makes sense. Again, we tried going 3, 4, 3, and 7 or whatever. This can't be 1 because that would force us to be 6. Whatever digit is here has to be in this digit here, and within the green region. So it cannot be 6 here either because of that. So this must then therefore be either 2, 5, 3, or 4. If it's 2, the problem is that would force this to be 5, right? It's 2 away. So that doesn't work there. So this is either 3, 4, 5, which means, again, if we tried, we have to continue, this has to be part of the red. And if we try to go around this, any cells on the edge, they would not have a region. So this must be part of red, and it must at least go to here to be 3. This can no longer go 8 this way. It couldn't actually, possibly could have if it went, no, it couldn't have gone that 8 anyways. And it can't go 7. Can it go 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So that would be 7 plus 3, which is 10, which is too large. So it cannot be 6 away. If this is 1, this would force this to be 9, so it can't even be 1. Because it would have to go this way. Because if it tried to go this way, it can't go this way because, again, it has to have an edge at the after that digit. And if it tries to go this way, this is being 3, that would have to be 4. 1 and 4 don't add up to 10. So we came up with the thing that basically, if this was 3 and 4, this would have to be 2. If this was 5 and 2, you could have 3 or 4 here. We tried to go 8 again this way. Not possible because if that were the case, then this would not work. Having that cell, the Y, have a region border afterwards. So that's why that can't be 8 that way. It can't be 8 this way for a similar reason. Because then these would have to go in the same directions. And then the problem is that if we try to have 8 going all the way here, this would have to be 4. But then this would have to be 4 to go to the end of the region or the edge of the grid, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, because it couldn't stop before then, because this is all part of the same region if this is 8. So that can't be 8. Couldn't be 8 that way for the same reasoning, because of this edge would have to end with a region border here. If we tried 7, again this way, this has the same problem, because then that has to be a region border there. If we tried 7 this way, we still have a problem, right? 7, this would force this to be 5, but then the 5 can only go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would have to be a region border, which is not allowed. So this can't be 7. So therefore, this is 3, 4, 5. We tried going 3, 4, 5 this way, so 1, 2, 3. If this is 3 this way, that means this is 3 and 9. That eliminates 3, 4 as a pair this way, so this must be 5 and 2, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and therefore this would be shared by both regions, which is not allowed. So it cannot go 3 this way. It could go 3 that way, that's fine. If we go 4 this way, we have the same problem, right? 4 becomes 3, eliminates 3, 4 as a possibility, so this must be 5 and 2. So that must be 5 that way, and 2, which is not allowed because they would share a region. And if we tried going 5 this way, obviously, then this would have to be a full 9 region. This would have to have an edge, but the problem is that doesn't work because then this would be blocked off. So this can never go this way. This always has to go this way. And it always has to have 1, 2, and 3, at least. We tried, if this is 4, this would then be 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 8 plus, you can't go all the way across then to work. So this can't be 8. I think we also had this is the same problem of this being 7, right? So if we tried going 7 across, oh yeah, the remaining digits would be 32 divided into 3 regions with only this one having 1 additional available to go here, and this only having 1 additional available to go there. So that doesn't work there. So this can't be 7. So this is, if this is 4, again, this would have to be 8, and that's not possible. So this can't be 4 then, because we can't go this way, we know, because then that would force this to be in a bad situation. And I think we also tried this. If we try to go 2 that way, this would be 8. Or if we tried to go 2 this way, this would have to be 8. And if this was 2 and 8, this would be the end of a region there. And so therefore this couldn't go further. So this would have to be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. So this would both have to be 3 and 8 if this were going that way. So that's not possible. What about if we tried 3 here? Well, it's 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would force this to be 2. This would work as the end of the region, but 3 has to add up with 7 to add up with 10. So that wouldn't work that way. And then 4 just doesn't work because you can't extend further than that. So this must always extend this way, and it's at least 2 away. So we know that's red. So that's the reasoning for that. What can this be? So we know this ends either 3 or 5 away. If this is 3, obviously this can't be 3. It could be at most 1, 2, 3 away, but it couldn't even be 3 because this would be 3. If this is 5, this can only be 1. You can go either 1 that way or 1 that way. So this cannot be any of the digits above 2. So this cannot be 3, 4, 5, or 7. And this was the logic that was incorrect here. So we did have this knowledge of what happens if we have this as light, but we showed that that actually is problematic because it has to go one direction, and the problem is this cannot just go this way, right? Because this would be 7 if that were the case, and then that would be too large. We need a 7 for this gray region, so it has to go somewhere here, right? Because of that, this cannot go to that direction. You can't have, this is, if this were light in the same region as light, you cannot have 2 go this direction. And the problem is, if that's the case, the only other options would be medium gray, right? And that can't be 1. So this can't be 1 either way. This can't be 7, because the problem is it would block off the light from connecting to itself, assuming it's not light. If it's light, then it still can't go that way because that's too many digits for the light region. Okay, so we know this is a border here. So this cannot be 7. And I think we have a problem with 4, too. If this is light and 4, It would have to be four-way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, which doesn't add up to 6 and can't go that way 4. If we tried 1, 2, 3, 4, light as light, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's already 4 digits here. That would be at minimum 7 there, so that's 11. So this can't be light if that's the case, but if it's 4 going that way, the problem is this light can't connect to the other light here. So that's why it can't be 4. And so we tried, if this is 2, we have 3 here, right? But we need something guaranteed inside here for the medium to have a 7. So this cannot be, if this was 2, this becomes 3. And then it can go only 3 this way, right? 1, 2, 3. But that's already 3 digits, and this is at minimum 10, right? If that's the case. So that can't be 2. So we know this is 1, and this has to be 2. 3 just doesn't work here, right? Because if you try to go 1, 2, 3, this doesn't have a 7 possible because it has to exit out, but it can't. So this must be 2. And we tried it with this being light. The problem with that is, you still need a 7 here. Even if we try to go around, the problem is you can't cut off the region after just 2 here. But, for some reason I didn't think this, you could have medium go here, and then that works perfectly fine, right? And if you have medium going there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think it was that I was getting confused about this, right? This is still 9 digits here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so that's valid. So now this actually works as a region border then. And this has to be the full border for light. We also know pink has to go this way. So it has to be 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 at least guaranteed. If we tried to go 5, the problem is green is not fully a region. So we cannot go 5. Therefore, this must be 4, and that must add up with 9. Oh, we have a problem there. Ah, dang it. Dang it. Oh, man. I thought I solved it, but I ran into another problem here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't cut in here. You can't. Unless, well, no, that doesn't work either. Dang it. I thought I solved it. And it turns out I hadn't, because that causes another problem. Again, could it be light? Maybe? Yeah, maybe this assumption was bad. Okay, let's remove that. I think this still has to be 1 and 8, but it could actually go this way now. Huh. Okay, so let's remove that. This doesn't have to be medium gray. Maybe. 5, 6, 7. Oh, this was the reason why we had problems here. Because this has to be a full region. It can only go 1. But then this can't go that way. Dang it. Okay, so this logic was fine. Uh, um, hmm. This is still the correct logic, I think. Oh, it doesn't have to be completely straight down. That's the reason. Okay, so this is still, the logic here I think was still correct. It just doesn't have to be straight down. It can't be straight down, actually. Okay, yeah. So then this still makes sense. This still makes sense. So this is done as a region. This is done as a region. This must be part of the same region, and it must exit out here. This, again, cannot be 4 and 9. It has to be 5 and 8, but we need an axis for a green, because this can't be the same region as this, because it has to have at least 2 digits here. So it must be 5 and 8. So this is 5, which forces this to be 8. So it has to exit out, connect, and exit out here. And we need 1 for the green here. So this can no longer be 5 because this cell has to be the same as that cell. So this is 3 and 4, which means it adds up with a 3 and 4 here. Therefore, this is 2 and 8 to add up to 10. This can't be 3 or 4 because of the 3-4 pair in the row to add up to 7. So this is 5. Okay, that's the logic. This is a boundary. This is a boundary. We don't know about this part. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need another one for pink here. Okay. This is 5 then. So it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. And it must be add up be 7. That means dark has to go this way because this is a border. Dark has to go this way. And it must exit out this way because there's no other place for it. This cannot be 1. It cannot be, if we try to have 4 at least, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 plus 6, which is 10, which is bigger than the region can be. So this cannot be 4 or 6. If we try to have 3, it would have to be with 7, but we already have a 7 in the region, so it can't be 3. So this must be 2 and 8. And it cannot go this way because, again, the region border has to be afterwards. So this is blue, and region border goes that way. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and therefore it has one more, either here or here. We're not sure which. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pink has one more digit, so pink can go up to here. Black has one more digit, it could go here. Blue has one more digit, it could go any of these. Red has 3 more digits. So the thing is, these could be yellow or orange. So we could just do all of these as yellow or orange. Red can go up to 3. This can go only 3 or 4. So this could be red. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go 3 more. So 3 more, 3 more, 3 more for red. Okay. So this is 3 or 4 here, which means this is the equivalent 3, 4 here. This is 2 and 8 away for here. So that's 2 and 8 there. We need a 7 for gray, so for medium, so this has to be 7. That means the remaining digits in the medium gray region are 1, 3, 4, and 6. That leaves these digits as 2 and 8, and 2 cannot be here because of 2 in the column, so this is 8, which makes this 2. So this must be pointing that way. It doesn't matter, it was either one, and whichever fit, right? That means the remaining darks cannot be 1, 2, or 8. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. This can't be 5 or 7. This can't be 9. This can't be 5. This can't be 5 here. Remaining digits in row 2. We have 3, 4, and 5. This can't be 5, obviously, here because of the 5 in the column. Remaining digits in the gray region. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 5. No 8 or... So none of these can be 5. Okay, so that's good. That helps. We know where the 5 has to be in the gray region. So this is not... The only possibility for have 5 in the gray region, or the light gray region, is here. So this can't be 5 here. We now have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in column 1, which eliminates 3, 4 in the rest of the column. So this has to be 1, 2, 5, 6, or 8. Cannot be 5 here, can't be 2 or 8 here, can't be 8 here. We know this is 7 or 8 in this row because there's no other possibility for the light region. This can't be 2, no 7, no 8 here, no 8 here, no 2. Let's see. We know one of these is 8, so this cannot be 8 here. We also know one of these is 7, so 7 can't be here either. We need a 9 in row 3, and 9 cannot be here, here, or here, because 9's in the column, or 9's in the region. So 9 has to be here, which eliminates 9 in the rest of the dark region. We have 8 and 7 here. This can't be 3 or 4. One of 3 or 4 is here. That means the other 3, 4 has to be here. So this is going to match. So this is A. We'll mark this as A. And we'll mark this as B. So this must be A. This is B. This is A. B has to be one of these, which forces that to be A. Okay. Remaining digits in column 9. We have, what, 3, 4, and 6? That leaves this as 1 or 9, because that's the only digits remaining in the blue region. And one of these is 1 or 9, but we don't know which. Oh. Hold up. Okay, this could be blue. And in fact has to be blue. Oof. Almost messed that up. 9 forces this to be not 9, so this is 1. Where's the 9 in blue? Cannot be here because of the column 9 and the 9 in the column. So this must be the 9 in the blue here. So this is done as a region now too. Okay. We have yellow or red, or sorry, yellow or orange here. Not sure how to divide that really. These cannot be 7 because of a 7 in the row. We need access to a 7 for the dark. It has to be here. So this is 7 in dark. And that's done as a region. So this cannot be dark. Therefore, we have orange and yellow here. This can't be 7. It cannot be 5 because it doesn't have a border to end on with 5. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. All right. So this cannot be 5. It couldn't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. So this is 3 or 4. It can't be part of red because that's 2 that it ends on, and it can't enter that this way. So this has to be the yellow or orange. If it's 4 here, that would force this to be 8. If it's 3 going this way, it would have to be 9 here, which is not allowed. So it cannot be 3. This has to be 4. We're going to mark this as orange then. That's not true that it necessarily is the same one. It could be, but we don't know. So red is kind of blocked this way, right? 1, 2, 3. That could be 4. So this can't be 4 here. We know it enters here. So this could be... Oh, it cannot go all the way around here. If we tried just going around here, pink doesn't have enough cells for the region. So it must go... It must connect this way as orange. So it has to go 4 down here. Then this is 8 to add up. This can't be yellow because that wouldn't be able to form a region here. So it's either orange or pink. One of these is orange then. One of these is pink. And this could be red. This cannot be red here because it can't connect orthogonally. This could be 4 and 3 that way. This can't be 8 anymore. Where is the 8 remaining in the light region? It has to be here. So this is 8. We know this can't be 8. Where's the 8 in the green region? It has to be here. That means we should have 8 8s, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know where the last 8 has to be. It has to be here. So this is 8, and it must be yellow. What can this go? Cannot be 1 and 8 because we don't have access to an 8 anywhere here. 2 could go 2 and 7. Can it ever go 6? No, it can't go 6 in any way here. Can it go 5? No. Actually, I don't think it can go. It can only go 2, right? So it could go 2 this way. It can't go 3. It can go 1 this way, so that's not possible. It can go 2 this way, and can go 2 this way, so this is 2. This is guaranteed to be 2. This cannot be 2 or 7. This 4 eliminates 4 here. So it could go 2, 7 here. It cannot go 2, 7 here. It could go 2, 7 here. So we're guaranteed a 2 and 7 in the rest of row 7. But we don't know which. Remaining digits in column 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obviously this could be 7. This can't be 4. This can't be 4 because the 4 is in the row. 2 and 7 work this way. 2 and 7 work that way. If this is 2 and 7, we're guaranteed 2 oranges here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But then the problem is this doesn't have a region. So it cannot be 2 and 7 here. Therefore, it must go 2 and 7 this way. And if we try to make this orange, we're guaranteed 1 orange here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These have to be red here because there's no other place for the red. We know we have at most 1 red there, so this has to be red. So then this can't go this way. We have 1, so 1, This could go this way. What happens if this is orange? If this is orange, the problem is this has to be part of orange too. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would have to be part of orange 9, and then that would have to be part of orange 10, which is not allowed. So this must be yellow. So this is yellow going that way. This is a boundary. These are boundaries. 2 and 7. We should have... Okay, we don't have that many 2s. 2 has to be one of these digits, so this cannot be 2. Where is the 2 remaining then in the green region? It can only be here. So that's 2. 2 cannot be here or here. So where is 2 for the pink region? Can't be here because 2 in the row, so this must be 2 here. We have 1, 2, 3. Either one of these two was a 2. We don't know which. And then for the orange, it has to be one of these. So we have at least 6 oranges here. This cannot be orange. It's yellow. If we try to go orange this way, the problem is yellow would be blocked from being connected. So this must be yellow here. We need to have 5 somewhere. Where is 7 for the pink region? Cannot be any of these, can't be any of these, can't be here because of 7's in the row. So 7 has to be one of these two. We don't know which. Where's 7 for the red region? Can't be here, can't be, it could be here. Actually, yeah, 7 for the pink cannot be any of these, so it has to actually be here. So this is 7. Remaining digits in column 2 are 1, 3, and 4. And it has to be where B is. This can't be 3 or 4 or 1. Remaining digits. So no 1, 3, 4 here because it sees these 3 cells. This one by normal Sudoku, this by regular region, or in the same region. So this has to be 6, 7, or 9. It can't be 7 because of the 7 in the row. So this has to be 6 or 9 here. 7 again is one of those two. Remaining digits in row. So this has to be B as the 3, 4, right? One of these has to be B because this is A. So A here, that forces this to be B, which forces this to be A, and forces this to be A. Since this is A, B has to be here, which forces this to be A, which means B has to be here. So this sees the B34 and the A34, so this can't be 3 or 4, it's 1, which forces this to be the B34. So that's B. What else do we have? The B34 in row 9 has to be one of those two. So this cannot be 3 or 4. It can't be 2, 7, or 8. So we have 1, 6, and 9 as possibilities here. And these could be 1, 6, or 9 with 3 or 4. If this is 3 or 4, that would have to be 3, and this would be 4. If this is 3 or 4, this would be 4, and this would have to be 3. Okay. Remaining digits in column 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9. Okay, this can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 2 or 9. This can't be 2. Where is the 2 then? In column 5. It has to be here. So this is 2, which means this cannot be 2 here. That means the orange still needs access to a 2. So this must be orange here, because that's the only place for the 2. I think we have 8 2s, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, the last 2 has to be here, and it must be orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we try to go around, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then that would be a 10th there. So this cannot go around. It has to go straight through. So that's orange. So this is a border here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 oranges. So one of these 3, or this one could be orange. We don't know. Okay. Yellow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at most 7 here. So this has to be yellow, yellow. So these are both yellow. This can't be 9 because of a 9 in the column. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and either this is yellow or this is yellow. This 1 eliminates 1 here. We have remaining digits in row 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Remaining digits in row 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. This digit. Remaining digits in row 8. We have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. And this can't be 7 and this can't be 7. So where is the, because of the 7 in the region, where is the 7 then in row 8? It has to, wait, that can't be 7. Hold up, we have too many 7s now. Hold up. I must have messed something up again. What did I mess up? Dang it. This doesn't have to be red. Okay, that's the assumption I made. This doesn't have to be red, it could be orange. Okay. And in fact, it probably has to be then. There's no 7 here, there's no 7 here, there's no 7 here. This can't be 7 because it must be red. Oh, wait. This doesn't have to be only red. It could go around. That's a bad assumption there, too. Ugh. Man, this is ripe for having bad assumptions. This could be pink. Wow. Okay, so it has to connect one of these two. So then 7 could be either of these two. It cannot be here. It does have to be one of these two. And 7 has to be one of these two here. That's not true either. But this can't be 7 here because of the 7 here, so then it does have to be 7 in one of those two. So one of these two is 7. One of these two is 7. That eliminates 7 in the rest of columns 3 and 4. This was a lot of bad assumptions. So 7 can't be here. 7 has to be here. Okay. Remaining digits in column 7 then are 1, 3, 4, and 6. 1 has to be one of these two digits here because we don't have another place for 1 for the light region. So this can't be 1. This is 6, which makes this 5, which makes this 1. That eliminates 1 in the rest of the row. Ugh. This is pretty bad. Anyways, right. Yeah, I forgot that this doesn't have to go straight through. The only ones where you have to go straight through to connect the remote sums is on the edges. Anywhere else, you can actually go around. So I forgot about that too. And that's what I forgot about here too. Anyways, let's continue. This can't be 5 because of 5 in the column. Remaining digits in row 6, we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this obviously can't be 7, so 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 1 because it's in the pink region here. Guaranteed. This definitely has to be that way. It can't go all the way around here because that's too many digits. So it has to be just this. This digit is 1, no 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Okay. 7's one of those two, 7's one of those two. So both of these cannot be red. But it could be going red all the way through. So one of these... so we have guaranteed 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be 3 or 4 because it's guaranteed to be the red region. Right, because you can't have... You could have only one red here at most. So since this is one red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means the other reds have to be red. The other ones that can be red have to be red. So this is red, therefore this is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So that's a border. That's a border. This is 4 away, which makes this 3. So this is 4, which makes that 3. So all the A's are 4. So these are 4. And this is not B anymore. So all the B's are 3. Okay, so that eliminates 3 in the rest of their rows. Columns. This can't be 4. This is a 1, 3 pair. No 4, no 4 because it's the pink region. This can't be 3 because we already have a 3 in the pink region. We need a 4 in the pink region. Well, the only 4 it can be is here. So this can't be 4 here. This is a 3, 5, 6 triplet, which eliminates 3, 5, and 6 in the rest of the row. This can't be 3, 5, 6. That's 9. This can't be 3, 5, 6, 9. So this is 4, and pink needs a 4. So then this has to be pink, which means this can't be pink. This is orange. So this is all boundaries. The 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 6. That forces this to be 7 here. That means this cannot be 7 here. You also can't have 3 and 4 in that region because we already have 3 and 4 for the red region. This can't be 7. And this has to be 7 because it's the only place for it. So this can't be red. This can't be pink anymore because pink is done as a region. So then this is done as a region. This is boundary. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for orange. So this can't be orange here, so it's yellow. Apologies for a lot of the bad assumptions I made here. That was really not good. Anyways, this can't be 6 or 5. Since this can't be 6 or 5, this has to be 9. Since this is 9, this can't be 9 or 4. It's 3. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 1. Which means this can't be 1. It's 3. No 1, 3, or 6, so it's 4. This can't be 3 or 4. No 3, no 4 here. No 1 here, no 1 here, because we already have them in the same region. We have a 5, 6, 9 triplet in column 4, which eliminates 5, 6, 9 in the rest of the column, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 3, so this must be 6, which makes this 3, which makes this 1. This can no longer be 3 here. No 1 or 3. No 1. No 1 here. This 3 here in the orange region eliminates 3 in the rest of this column, the box, or region. This can't be 9 because of a 9 in the column. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the column, so this is 5. This is 1, which makes this 6. We have a 4, 6 pair in row 7, which eliminates 4 and 6 in the rest of the row. This can't be 6 or 5, so it's 9, which makes this 6, which makes this 5. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 9 and 1. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 3. This can't be 3 or 6, so it's 5. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 5. Which means this can't be 5 or 6, it's 4. No 3 or 4 here, so it's 6, which makes this 4, which makes that 6. This can't be 4, 5, or 6, it's 3. This can't be 3 or 5, it's 6, which makes this a 3. And I had some bad assumptions here. Ugh. Yeah. There are some really not good assumptions here. There were some ones that were fine, but yeah, I think it was just basically making sure that I didn't I didn't basically color in everything in between the ends of the lines, or the ends of the sums, I guess. I don't remember what the logic was that I eliminated this as a possibility. I just know I did. It was very quick too. And that was basically the major error I was getting stuck on yesterday. So, and then yeah, I almost got stuck here, but then I realized I was doing the same thing of just basically going all the way down and making that the same region when that's not the case. Um, uh, I basically saw that problem here too. That was, yeah, that was a problem with that. I don't know why, but I felt the need to basically color in everything between the remote sums when that's not correct. I mean, I guess it's always correct on the edges, and that's where I think I got into that habit, which I was basically doing, which was not good. So, be careful of what your assumptions are. My brain obviously wasn't doing very well there. So, sometimes that happens. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, both parts of it, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.